Hi and welcome back to Dusty Book Sniffers. I'm Nicole and today we are talking all things Andy Weir, The Martian, sci-fi. I know, who would have thought that I'd be reading more sci-fi? So let's get started. Good morning or good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I prattle on about the books that I've read. And this week I have read The Martian by Andy Weir. And yeah, so what did I think of this book? I absolutely loved it. Now, a couple of months ago, I came across Andy Weir through MJ's channel, Reading This Life. She did a group read for Project Hail Mary, and I absolutely loved that book. It was a 5-star read for me. It's probably one of the best books that I've read this year, especially in sci-fi, considering I don't read sci-fi. So it doesn't have far to travel really. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a really good time reading it. It was so much fun. It was so witty. It was very relatable, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm a little bit of a science geek anyway, but I'm just not into the sci-fi genre though. So yeah, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give Andy Weir another go. And I thought, you know, if I see it on my travels, I'll grab the book and whatnot. Well, not too long after I finished that book, I was down at the secondhand store here in Kingaroy, and basically they had a whole heap of books in there, and one of the books for $2.50 was a brand new copy. It's been sitting on someone's shelf for a while, but it was a brand new copy. It hadn't even been opened, like there was no marks here and the spine wasn't broken, and I got it for the grand total of $2.50. I'm like, yep, you're coming home with me. So I have had it on my shelf for a couple of months now, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to read it. So I picked it up, started reading it, and I absolutely love it. Again, his writing style is very witty, very sarcastic, very relatable, not overly the science isn't overly done. It's explained pretty well, so you can sort of understand what's going on if you have no idea at all, and if you have some idea, then you're going to completely understand it. So basically, it's following the story of Mark Whitney. Whitney, is it? Or what? Hang on, let me just double check that. I have circled his name. Watney, sorry. Not even close. Anyway, it's following the story of Mark Watney, and basically what happens at the beginning of the book, it starts out pretty crass. Okay, so if you don't like swear words, there is a few swear words in here. Not everybody likes the curse words, but it starts out with chapter 1, I'm pretty much fucked. That's my considered opinion. Fucked. That's how it starts. So I thought this is going to be a great book. Speak of my language, because I'm a little bit of a potty mouth when I'm not on camera. But anyway, anybody that knows me knows that I am. So it's just a great way to sometimes to, not all the time, in front of my elders I'm very respectful, but when I'm at home in the comfort of my own home, I have a bit of a potty mouth. But anyway, that's beside the point. So it started like that, and I'm like, well, this is going to be good. So Mark Watney is the astronaut that is essentially left behind. And we find out pretty early on in the piece, and I've got a little doggy coming to visit me. Hello. How are you? Where are you from? Oh, don't come and yeah, no, don't do that. Keep going. Keep going. Hey, who owns the dog? Anyway, a little dog come to visit me. Don't know who owns it. It's not on a lead. But anyway, I'm guessing it's the people behind me. But anyway, so basically what happens is at the beginning of the book, it explains how he gets left behind. And so there's a massive storm and all the astronauts jump in their ship to go. And what happens is they think that he's dead because he's been cleaned up by some debris, and they're getting no life signals, and so they leave. It turns out that he wasn't dead. It was just that his suit was a little bit, how you going, and it wasn't picking up all his life signals and all that sort of stuff. So he is essentially left behind, and so he is now figuring out ways of trying to survive, trying to get home. If he's going to ever get home, he thinks that he's going to you know, that he might not make it and all that sort of stuff. And the reason that he thinks he might be able to get back home is because there is another lot of astronauts due to come in a few years' time, but at another location on Mars. So basically it follows that story, and it is a lot of fun. It is a great ride. There are some suspenseful moments. There are nail-biting moments in the book, and it's just a wonderful read of a book. Now, as you know, I'm not into sci-fi, but Andy Weir has done it again, has made me enjoy some sci-fi, and I'm looking forward to reading more of his work. So I've got a couple of other, I can't think of the other one off the top of my head, but I've got them keyed up in my Audible. So I'm looking to find the books in the physical as well, because I do like to read the physical over the Audible. But yeah, and one of my favorite quotes, and I think it's got to be the quote of all time, on that, where he's trying to, I think he's trying, at this point in the story, I can't remember exactly, but he is trying to expand his living spaces, or he's trying to create something for the garden that he's growing. Okay, so he is an ultimate problem solver, and like, I love that. I love problem solving and stuff like that, so that's why it probably appealed to me a lot. And he's like the ultimate problem solver with limited stuff and all the rest of it. But this one thing in here made me crack up laughing, and it is he unraveled Martez's bed and took the string outside, then taped it to the trailer hull along the path that he had planned out. Yes, of course, duct tape works in near vacuum. Duct tape works where anywhere. Duct tape is magic. Duct tape should be worshipped. I just love that, because we call it 1,000-mile-an-hour tape in our house, because we have used it for so many things. And I'm telling you now, I had an experience back be 20 odd years ago now. It was on Fraser Island, and we were having problems with the car, and the air filter had we had lost the top off the air filter and all the rest of it, and we needed to put something over to stop the sand from getting into the air filter and whatnot, and we used duct tape to hold that said thing over the top of it to stop all the sand going in it, because Fraser Island is a sand island, and we were four-wheel driving and all the rest of it, and that duct tape got us all the way back to the Gold Coast. So 1,000-mile-hour, it should be worshipped. I wholly and solely agree with it. Right, so you're probably wondering what my star rating is going to be on this. It is a 5-star rating for me. I don't have a lot of sci-fi experience, so I don't have a lot to rate it against, but I thoroughly enjoy Andy Weir's way of writing. It's very relatable. It's very easy to read. It's hard to put his books down as well. He just gives you enough, keep you rolling along to not wanting to put the book down, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think if you've not read any sci-fi, start out with Andy Weir, because you will enjoy his wit and his humour, and just the way he writes, I think is amazing. And yeah, but that is my thoughts on Andy Weir and his The Martian. And now I'm off to watch the movie, because I haven't actually watched the movie either. So I will be talking about that over on my craft channel, on my Stitch With Me, and doing a comparison of how well they actually did the book and the movie in compare the two. All right, that's it for me today. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I hope that you get lots of reading in. If you've yet to subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it, and then that way you're not going to miss out on any future posts. And as always, keep turning those pages, and I will see you all again next time. Bye for now.